What do you enjoy most about being a fundraising coach in the East region of Massachusetts?
I grew up around here, and I found that a lot of communities are really supportive of not only their kids but their teams and their sports at the high schools.
And what's the best part about being a sales rep at Gold Athletics?
A lot of the times that we're working, it doesn't really feel like work. So we have a lot of repeat clients and coaches that we work with. So over the years, we kind of create that friendship so that when we're meeting with them, it's usually pretty casual and it feels like you're getting together with a friend rather than a client. And we go to all these clinics and other conferences where we see those coaches, and like I said, we kind of build that bond, and it's like you're seeing your friends.
So, how would you describe company culture at Gold Athletics in just a couple words?
I would say Gold Athletics is both innovative and supportive. We try to kind of be ahead of the curve when it comes to new technology and processes, and definitely supportive because we have a lot of other reps and support staff that we can kind of lean on when we need it.
Is there anything you didn't know before you started in your role that you wish maybe somebody told you to give you a heads up about, maybe help guide you a bit?
Yeah, definitely. There's more than one good solution to most of the situations or problems we encounter. I wish I knew that coming in because we have plenty of guys that have been doing this 15 plus years. You might get a slightly different answer from all of them on any given thing, but they're all worthy solutions.
With that, is there anything you would tell someone hoping to get into the field of sports fundraising that might help them in their journey?
Yeah, I would say before you do it, just make sure you like talking to people and putting yourself out there. The more you're able to do that, the more success you're going to have. So I would just make sure that you're willing to put yourself out there.
Is there anything that makes you perform better in your job or personality trait, something that makes you do well in your role?
I like to think I'm pretty outgoing, but more than anything else, just follow through. If I make a promise to a coach, I make sure beforehand that it's something that we can pull off, and then on the back end, like I said, I kind of make sure we pull it off just so that we're not giving out empty promises. So just kind of doing what you say you're going to do.
Is there anything, on the other hand, that you're working on getting better at this year?
So I am definitely working on growing the amount of fall teams that I help out. Um, in terms of ways that I could improve that, kind of just third party referencing, having the coaches that I've worked with for a couple years, getting some testimonials from them, and having them kind of help me get my name out there.
I know the industry is evolving so quick. We're growing pretty quickly as a company. But is there anything you can say that is changing the most in the fundraising world this year?
Yeah, I would say the ability to do virtually everything right from your phones rather than in person. So we have the kids doing probably 90% of what they need to do right from their phones. Whereas when I started even 3.5 years ago, none of it was technology based. It was all in-person interactions for them. So now that we're able to kind of transition to that, I think it's a good thing because that's what kids are good at now. So
Right, everybody's on their phones. So, thinking back into your previous fundraisers, is there one that stands out or one that's one of your favorites for any particular reason? And can you tell me a bit about it and why?
yeah, so all of the fundraisers that I do at Plymouth South kind of mean a little bit extra to me because it's the high school that I graduated from. But if I'm going to highlight one specific team, I would say my work with the football team. So they crush it every year. They sell over $30,000 worth of popcorn every time we fundraise with them. And I'm pretty close with the head coach, Coach Frizzetti. So seeing him and the team have the success they've had on the field in recent years and with our program and just all around crushing it has been awesome.
Yeah, that must be really fulfilling and heartwarming. Um, so looking forward into the future, 5, 10, 15 years, how do you see the role of a sales rep evolving and how do you think it's going to get there?
So yeah, in the next 5 or 10 years, personally, I think my role will evolve, taking over more of the sales in the area. I also plan to be managing a little bit with some of our younger, newer reps. And for me, I just have to make sure that I'm on top of all of our processes we have at Gold Athletics, so that I can be sure I'm putting my best foot forward for anyone that I may be managing. And in general, I think with the support we have on the back end, we'll have more and more time as sales rep to meet with new coaches and for outreach.
So, what kind of person does well in the fundraising coach role? I know you talked a little bit before about communicating and enthusiasm, relationship building, all of that good stuff. But is there anything in particular you could say about that?
Yeah, I would say someone who is outgoing but also self-motivated and competitive, because we do have a good amount of competition in the area, but just being confident that we can help teams as well, if not better than anyone else. And like I said, just having a little bit of that competitive chip and wanting to be the one that helps these teams. If you were involved in or played sports in the past, that obviously helps too, because your personality might line up with the coaches that you're trying to do business with.
Thanks so much for answering all my questions. Really appreciate your time. Hope
Yeah,
you have
no
a
problem.
great rest of your week and keep crushing the sales in Massachusetts.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Charlotte.